but he created so much new things that even they were quoted as saying that they were amazed by him. But I love him so much. His creativity is just one aspect of his brilliance, his ability to invent things, even into his old age, you know. But his creativity was one of the things that made him forever an icon. People say he was a legend. We lost a legend, but to me, he was more than a legend. He was more than, you know, a great singer, one of the greatest performers, one of the greatest entertainers. He was just a great human being. He gave so much to charity, so much to the kids, and among his creativity, one of the other things I remember most about him is his love, his ability to extract love from everyone who saw him. You know, from the littlest baby to the most elderly adult. You know, you hear him. All you have to do is hear him or see his big smile, and immediately you feel his love. The connection he had with people. That's a God-given skill, guys. You can't teach that. You can't fake that. You can't gimmick that. That's just something that he had in his heart that he was able to share. And it's one thing that I see every time I see him. Every time I think of him, people have different thoughts about him, and you know what I'm saying? A lot of tributes I've been seeing are talking about how they're sad that people are still talking shit, still talking negative about the accusations they had on him. I'm not going to waste any time on this video about that because, you know, they hated Jesus, you know, not to compare him to Jesus or Abraham Lincoln or anyone like that, but no matter how much good you do, there's always going to be negativity around you. But I just think overall he contributed to so much good that we should focus on the good in his life. And I truly believe, I don't believe, you know, he was acquitted of all the things he did, you know what I'm saying? I never believed it, you know, but it's saying at the same time I never really objected it either because, you know, you just don't know. But I truly believe a man of his soul was just innocent. I go to my grave thinking that. I know he's in heaven right now. I just loved him with all my heart. And to be able to come from what he came from. He came from, I don't know any other artist who's, you know, obviously a lot of great artists start when they're young, but he literally was in the public eye in front of millions of people from the time he was like 6, 7 years old until he was like 40 years old. You know, there were gaps in between then, but to be in that public eye and to be able to come from what he come from, the abuse, well-documented abuse from his father, from his brothers. Well, I don't know about his brothers. His brothers pretty much loved him, but, you know, I'm hearing horror stories about his father, how he used to just hang him from his leg and just beat him. How he used to abuse most of his kids. You don't know, you know, at least according to what his children have said and what other people have said. But to be able to come from beatings, to be able to come from abuse, strict parenthood, he used to be whipped, he used to be traumatized. I remember on one story I heard recently, when he was a kid, the father came through the window at night one day with a mask and scared the kids. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, according to him, he was trying to teach his kids not to keep his window open at night because scary things would happen. But just, you know, I just don't understand what drives a person to do that to their own kids. You know, I heard Michael, after years from that, had nightmares about people breaking into his house at night, having reporters, paparazzi, harass him for years and years. You know, all he wanted was to give peace, to sing about love, sing about a wide variety of issues, love, tolerance, peace, the environment, everything, and how he was able to continue to keep that love in his heart and still project it through all the abuse, through all the harassment from the public, through all the accusations about his sexuality, all that stuff. How he was able to keep that and still promote peace was just, I don't know how he did it. And still maintain his skill. The man was just a gift. He was a gift from God. I thank God for allowing him to be blessed with us. How he was able to give so much back, even through all the troubles and tribulations. He was able to maintain his grace. You know, he's an inspiration to so many people. I'm hearing a lot of people give his praise, and he deserves every bit of it. All the people who have anything negative to say about him, I'm not gonna curse you. I'm not gonna spend any second talking about you because you don't deserve any attention, man. A human being has a heart. No matter how famous he was, and I believe at his peak, which probably was in the early 90s. At his peak of fame, he was the most famous figure of all time, other than spiritual figures. But he was probably the most famous person of all time. And when you become that famous, it comes at a price. You know, people want to know you, people want to take advantage of you. But even through all that, he maintained his love for mankind. He just tried to love. I really believe that's all he wanted to do. He wanted to. He had, a lot of people say he had like a childlike personality. But that's because he never had a childhood, you know. He never got a chance to go to school with people. He never had a chance to have birthdays or Christmases or spend time with people. He was always in front of the camera. He was always had to work, had to rehearse, had to perform. And though he loved it, though he loved to share that, you know what I'm saying, he missed the simple things. He really it's little things that he appreciated and wanted to hold on to, and wanted to remind us of how it was important, how he wanted to keep that and inspire people. And he did so much, way too much for me to get into. I'll continue to remember him as people ask, how are you going to remember him? Are you going to remember him for all the accusations people had against him, which were acquitted, which were never proven? Or are you going to remember him for his brilliance? I'm going to remember him for all aspects of his life, how he maintained his composure through all of this, his inspirational music. I listen to Michael every day. I'm going to continue to listen to him every day. I love him so much, and I recommend all people to continue to embrace him. You know, he may be gone, but his music will never be gone. He'll never die, guys. He's not gonna die, no matter what you say, no matter what you think. His music will live on. His influence will live on in future artists and future business ideas and music ideas and dancing and entertainment, and there'll never be anyone as famous as him. I don't believe it. I don't see how it's possible with media working these days. But you know, I just love him. His personality, his love. I carry his love with me. He's one of the few people who inspired me. You know what I'm saying? To come from all that, to be such a good soul. God bless you, Michael Jackson. God bless your family. Talented family. His family doesn't get enough credit either. The Jackson 5 is one of my favorite groups ever. Jermaine, Janet, all those guys. And my prayers go out to him. But I ask that you stay strong. Just know that he's in heaven. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I know this man was a gift from God. I truly believe. I don't believe in you know, you can't believe, you know, just because the media accuses you of something that is true. You know what I'm saying? You have to have your own mind. You have to look at the facts yourself and determine what you think. You can't just go by what people say. You know, people could say anything. People, for all you know, I could be an alien. People could accuse you of being a freaking monster. Does that make it true? No. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go by what people say. You know what I'm saying? People could accuse people of being murderer. I could be a serial killer for all you know. You don't know. I'm not, but you know, just because someone says you are, you know, it's just crazy. But you know, you have to have your own mind. You have to look at what the facts are, and you have to determine what you think. You know, the man was a beloved figure. He brought so much peace, so much love across cultures, and he's gonna be remembered across cultures, across the world as a great man. I know it, and I love him. God rest your soul, Michael Jackson. God rest your soul, Farrah Fawcett, Misawa, and Ed McMahon. You brought a lot to the world, and you'll be remembered for all eternity as great people who brought great love, great charity, great hope, the ability to change mankind, man in the mirror, to the world. And I thank you for all you've done. I can't thank you enough. All I can say is there's a lot of marathons and a lot of news on TV about you right now. I'm about to go sit all day and watch it just to give you my respects. You're dancing, Mike. I wish I could dance like you, but I can't. But, you know, I love you so much. I'll continue to love you. And God rest in peace, Mike. I know you're in peace now. You're finally in peace. I know you had a lot of great fans. And I love you. So, rest in peace. I love you, Mike. Peace.